everyone. For those of you who are familiar with my tax video series, you know that I normally speak on subject matters relating to individuals. Well, in this particular video, I am going to discuss a business matter. Yes, I am versed in that area as well. The particular business matter that I'm going to discuss in this video is business structures. I have chosen this subject because I am noticing that a larger number of people are wanting to start their own business or have already started businesses, and they are trying to figure out what the best business structure is for them. Well, as I am not going to have time to go into deep detail regarding each business structure, I will briefly discuss some important highlights of each business structure and let you know the types of forms that will need to be completed when you're preparing your taxes. Now, the following business structures are a sole proprietorship, an LLC, a partnership, corporation, C corporation, or an S corporation. Now, let me talk about each one of these briefly. For the sole proprietorship, if you are an individual who goes into business for yourself, you and you alone, you do not have any partners, you are considered a sole proprietor unless you are considered a single member LLC, which I will speak about a little bit later. Now, as a sole proprietor, a couple of important things to know is that there is no protection for your personal assets if you were to be sued as a sole proprietor. A sole proprietor is an unincorporated business entity. Again, as a sole proprietor, there is no protection for personal assets if you were to be sued. Also, as a sole proprietor, when you are completing your income taxes, you will need to complete the form Schedule C. The bottom line information or the bottom line numbers on the Schedule C is transferred to line 12 of the Form 1040. So whatever your income or your loss is going to affect your AGI, your adjusted gross income. Again, for the Schedule C filers, a sole proprietor, the bottom line number is transferred to line 12 of the Form 1040, and whatever that amount is affects your AGI. Now, the next business entity structure is the LLC. You can be considered a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC. If you are a single member LLC, by the way, LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. If you are a single member LLC, you also will complete the form Schedule C. And that information, again, is transferred to line 12 of the Form 1040. At least for tax year 2012, unless they change the Form 1040 again. I'm basing the line numbers on the form for tax year 2012. If I'm not mistaken, last year it was line 13. But anyway, as we all know, tax forms change and tax laws and tax rules change. But for tax year 2012, the information from the Schedule C is transferred to line 12. So, again, there is the single member LLC and then there's the multi-member LLC. So I just spoke with you about the single member LLC. Now let's talk about the multi-member LLC. A multi-member LLC is classified as a partnership. And of course, multi means more than one. So that means that more than one person owns the business. And in LLCs, the owners are referred to as members. So if there's more than one member who owns the LLC, you are considered a partnership, and the tax form that will need to be completed is the Form 1065. That's the partnership tax return form. Now, the information for the members are reported on a Schedule K1. And the information from the Schedule K1 is reported on line 17 of the Form 1040. So, as a multi-member LLC, income or losses from the LLC is reported to each member on a Schedule K1. And again, the information from the Schedule K1 is reported on line 17 of the Form 1040. And again, I am referencing the tax year 2012 1040. The next business entity structure is partnerships. Now, a partnership is a business that's owned by more than one person. You can't be considered a sole proprietor if the business is owned by more than one person. And as with the multi-member LLC, which is also considered a partnership, income or loss is reported to the owners of the partnership on a Schedule K1. And again, the income or loss information from the Schedule K1 is transferred to line 17 of the Form 1040. And for partnerships, again, the income tax form that needs to be completed is the Form 1065, 1065. The next business structure is the corporation, C corporation. Now, for the C corporation, there is double taxation involved. The corporation gets taxed on its earnings, and then the dividends that are transferred to the owners of the corporation are taxed. So a lot of people tend to stay away from C corporations because of the double taxation issue. But sometimes the C corporation is the better entity, the better business structure for your type of business. The tax form used for the C corporation is the Form 1120. That is the tax form that you would use for a C corporation to report your income and deductions. The next business structure is an S corporation. And typically, a lot of smaller businesses tend to elect to be treated as an S corporation. With an S corporation, you complete the Form 1120S. That's 1120-S. And the S corporation, it's really a status. It's not quote unquote a corporation, it's a status that's been elected. And again, more smaller businesses tend to elect the 1120S status when they go into business. There are more details that I can tell you about, but again, I don't have that much time. So to find out more about these business structures, you can refer to the IRS website at www.irs.gov. Or you can Google business structures or business entities, and you will get, you will see information on those particular business structure matters. So I hope that I have given you some clarity as to what the particular business entity structures are and the forms that you use. And again, to recap, for a sole proprietor, you complete the form Schedule C. For a single member LLC, you complete the form Schedule C. A multi-member LLC, you complete Form 1065. For a partnership, you complete Form 1065. For a C corporation, you complete the Form 1120. And for an S corporation, you complete the Form 1120S. Now, something else that I want to say about the S corporation, you do have to make the election to be treated as an S corp in a timely manner. Otherwise, you will not be treated, if it's not approved, you will not be treated as an S corporation. So again, for more information regarding the different business types, entity types, Google the information or visit the IRS website. Before I go, I'd like to mention that I am an expert on a highly reputable Q&A site. I have answered many questions over the last year and a half since I've been a part of this company or working with this company as an independent. And if you want to refer to some of the questions that I have already answered for individuals, you can refer to my username as tax.appeal.168. That's tax.appeal.168. If you Google that, AOL that, or Bing that, you're going to see a series of videos. You're going to see links to various questions that I've answered. And you're going to see that other websites and blogs have picked up videos that I have recorded relating to these tax matters. I also have a website which is www.audiotaxhelp.com. Again, that's www.audiotaxhelp.com. You can also refer to it for more information relating to various tax topics. That particular website is geared toward audio downloads. So if you're interested in purchasing an audio download regarding a particular tax matter, that would be the place to do it. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. And I hope that this video has been informative to you. And I hope that it benefits in helping to make your life a little less taxing.